Welcome to the Short-Term Rental Playmaker Podcast, where we break down what it really takes to win in short-term rentals in today's market. From insider tips and emerging trends to real conversations with top playmakers in the space, this show gives you the tools, strategies, and mindset to build and scale a successful short-term rental business. Now, here's your host, Joe Roney.
Today's episode is brought to you by Savvy STR Agents, the short-term rental real estate experts helping investors find profitable vacation rental properties nationwide. If you're serious about scaling your STR portfolio, Savvy STR Agents should be your first call.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Short-Term Rental Playmaker Podcast. I am super excited to talk about luxury, luxe, and what that means and what it takes to be considered an Airbnb Luxe, and what you can do and how luxury properties are performing compared to non-luxury properties. And when I say luxury properties, right, you can have a 2-bedroom luxury property. It can be a 6-bedroom luxury property. It can be a 10-bedroom luxury property, right? And we actually had our first property be considered for the Airbnb Luxe, which is a kind of a new program. I think there's a total of 11 properties in Panama City Beach that are Airbnb Luxe properties, and we are official. We are officially one of those Luxe properties today, and it definitely is kind of a tedious process to go through. So Airbnb actually contacted us and said, hey, we think your property could be considered as Airbnb Luxe. How they know that, I have no idea, right? The only thing that I can say is that we're in our first 12 months or in our first year, and it is by far my number one producing property. We truly went in and tried to make this a luxury property. It is a Gulf front, not on the beach, but across the street from the beach, 5-bedroom, 5.5-bath home. It is part of a duplex, but we actually manage all 3 of these, and only one of those so far is a Luxe property, and the other 2 are not Luxe yet. But it obviously came out with a bunch of great reviews. Our rates probably had something to do with it based on the type of property. Our rates are probably about 30% higher than beachfront homes are getting right now. And this property is a property that my client bought for $1.4 million last year in July or August, is I think when we closed. We didn't do the full remodel until later in the year in November. So we're truly in our first 12 months. And currently on the books, and we don't even have summer completely full yet, and we still have lots of room to fill August through December, we're at $210,000 in gross revenue. So they bought it for $1.4 million. We're already at $210,000. We're trending $275,000 to $300,000, right? So this is a property that is going to crush every goal we set out for it, and it is going to be our number one performing property for the year. And now we are officially an Airbnb Luxe, and that status is going to help us get even more bookings and even push our ADRs a little bit higher. And we did this by designing it in a luxury style, right? We did not go in and do beachy decor. We did not go in and do fish and seashells and boats and, stuff on the wall, sailboats or anything like that. No, that is not what we wanted for this property. We wanted it to be a luxury property that felt high end. I call it a 30A type vibe, if you know what 30A is. And we went for luxury, but we did luxury with a twist with, big wallpaper murals and canopy beds and leather couch and built-in bunks that just look absolutely beautiful. And it really elevated the property to the next level. And I'll give you for an example, that property 12 months before we took it over, did $103,000 in that property. The property manager that was managing it did $103,000. We're at 210 plus and on pace for probably close to $300,000. And the total investment was about 80 grand. That was it. We put some new flooring in it. We took some kitchen cabinets down, refinished a few things, added all new furnishings, painted some rooms, did some accent walls, did some wallpaper murals, like I said, built-in bunks, and it is absolutely crushing it. So it just goes to show you in this space that any market is investable. And a lot of investors come to me and they say, I want to buy a house that already has great revenue in it. That is not the best idea. Now, not saying that's not doable. We do find those. It does happen, but that is not the best idea for you to get the biggest bang for your buck. Buying the property that is struggling, that you can invest a little bit of money and get some good negotiation out of the deal, is definitely where it's at. I want to talk about another property though. And my friend John Hodge, who's got a property that he built, and he did a luxury build. And I'll be honest, when I first went to this property, and you can look on my YouTube, there's a whole 40-minute video about this property from the construction all the way to where it is today. It is a truly luxury property. But when we first looked at it, it was like you kind of had to go a couple streets away on the beach to get to it. Definitely no views. Definitely not in a neighborhood that I was like, ooh, this is going to be, really great. But it doesn't matter. He is about 2 blocks from the beach. Okay. He built a luxury home, 5-bedroom home. Now this home is, when I say it's luxury, like they didn't do wallpaper murals. They did wood accent walls with, wood trim pieces and circles and different things and high-end built-in bunks and, just really decked out this house. And then the backyard did the pool with the hot tub spillover, a built-in kitchen, all green turf and brick. It's got a covered patio with a seating area. It has this huge balcony upstairs that 2 bedrooms go off and share this huge balcony that is just gigantic. It is truly luxury. When you walk up the stairs, every stair has a light and it lights up stair by stair as you're walking up the stairs. It is a luxury home. And I think he built it somewhere around 1.2 to 1.3. I don't know what the final numbers are, what he built it as, but land, building, interior, everything, he's definitely under 1.4, somewhere in the 1.3 range maybe. I don't know the final numbers. He didn't go live until January. So didn't go live at all until January. Actually, did a couple bookings. I actually booked a weekend for him to be able to go in there and help him. He is at $200,000. Now, I just told you I have a property that's at 210. It's Gulf front with unobstructed views. Beautiful. Now, it is a 5-bedroom, 2,500 square foot house, part of a duplex, and we're going to maybe do $300,000 this year. This is 2 blocks away with no views, no balcony that oversees the Gulf, no nothing. But it's a true, and it's more luxury than ours. Ours, we did really well, but our owners gave us an $80K budget. If we would have had 100 to 125, we could have really done what we really wanted to do to it. But we did what we could with the money that we had, and it turned out great. I'm not going to say that John spared no expense, because John is a very smart businessman and really does a great job on budgeting and understanding, what it takes to be successful in the short-term rental space. He's got some great luxury properties up in Arkansas as well, in Hot Springs. But this property is crushing it. It's going to do $300,000, and it's not even Gulf front. I've talked to realtors over the past 4 years since I've been in the short-term rental space in Panama City Beach, and most of them will tell me there are no properties that aren't beachfront that are going to do $100,000+. There's no properties that'll do $150,000. I hear this all the time from these realtors, and here we are, a 5-bedroom home, 2 blocks from the beach with no views, is on pace for $300,000 this year. It's got $200,000 on the books already and doesn't even have summer completely booked. And its calendar is more open than my property in the fall and winter. Definitely tons of potential. Just goes to show you there is so much opportunity in the short-term rental space for luxury. And there's a stat that I heard recently, and it talked about, when you go through economic harder times, which is, a lot of people will tell you this summer has been harder. Inflation, I think I just saw the index was at 4.2. We have a war in Iran going on. There's high gas prices at $4 plus a gallon. The middle class America is feeling a pinch right now. And it's not an easy summer. And this is a prime reason why I like being in a place like the Emerald Coast, because it's a regional drivable destination. So people aren't flying to Europe and Hawaii, but they're going to drive to Florida and go on vacation. But the middle class is feeling the pinch. And the average properties, there's so much competition, they are having to lower their prices to compete for that, for the middle class. But the luxury, the middle upper and the upper class are still want to go on vacation, and they want to be in luxury, and they want to be in a nice home and all that. And even middle class is going to group together and share a home, and they want to be in luxury. They want to feel like they're on vacation. They want that experience. So these luxury homes are crushing it. They're crushing it because that's what people want. They don't want Golden Girls anymore. If your bed has 2 pillows and a blanket, and the blanket has fish all over it, you're doing it wrong. Right? I mean, that's all I can really tell you. You know, if you're looking at your calendar and you're like, man, why am I not booking and why am I not getting the rates? You got to look in the mirror first. And I'm telling you, luxury is where it's at. And we actually wrote an offer to get a lot under contract. We're getting ready to do a new build in Panama City Beach. And we are going to go luxury. We did luxury in our last one. We're going to do luxury in this one. And it is going to have Gulf views, and it is in a great location where the lot is. I'm super excited about it. But we're going luxury. We're shiplapping. We're doing built-in or walk-in showers. We're doing, lots of accent walls. We're doing a definite higher-end, nice luxury home, not basic. The themed homes are still doing well. Our bachelorette themed homes and our other homes that are designed and look really nice and fun colors and all that stuff, those are doing well too. But they're not doing as well as the high-end luxury. I'm telling you, the luxury is definitely where it's at, and it's going to continue to be the direction of the future for the short-term rental space. So no matter what market you're in, it doesn't matter if you're at the beach in St. Louis. I just had Melissa on a couple weeks ago. Or you're investing in the Poconos with Mike Klein, or in the Smokies with Brandon Thompson and his team. Doesn't matter where you're investing. What can you do to make your property stand out and be luxury, not just bright colored and everything else? So I'm telling you, that's the wave of the future. We've been seeing it over the last 2 years, and I'm showing you real-time results of what luxury really looks like and what they're able to do in this space. The Airbnb Luxe is a newer program. Super excited to be a part of it. My friends Philip and Kate Munoz have the only Airbnb Luxe property in the Forgotten Coast down in Port St. Joe, Mexico Beach area. I think it's in Cape San Blas actually, but it's in that general area. They are the only Airbnb Luxe property in that whole market. There's only 11 in Panama City Beach out of 20,000 vacation rentals. There's only 11 Airbnb Luxe, and we're one of them now. I'm going to guarantee John's going to be one of them pretty soon because it is truly an awesome property. So make sure you're designing and looking at that as whether you're taking over a new co-host property or you're buying a new property or you're looking for your first one. Think about that luxury space and what that looks like. And that's all I got this week, and hope you're having a really awesome summer, and we'll see you next time on the Short Term Rental Playmaker podcast.